So I realized I forgot to include in my survival bag a few of the main stuff we need to camp out in the middle of nowhere or even just camp out at a lake. That would be your sleeping bag and sleeping stuff. Jesse is normally the one to carry the tent. Normally we do a two-person, very tiny tent. Um, Sometimes, if we're staying for several days, we will do a three-person tent. We'd like to get some bivvies that we can hang from trees or just something a little bit more convenient that'll fit in our bags. But on top of my survival bag, what I do is I have my 40-degree sleeping bag. Um, Normally, I'm not camping under 40 degrees. There's been times where I have. Um, we have bags for that, but normally I carry a little tiny 40-degree, works great. So what I do is I take that and then I wrap a wool blanket around it, because sometimes you may want to lay on a sleeping bag and use a wool blanket as a cover, or vice versa. Just something to add extra padding underneath you, and also if you get cold, you have that extra blanket. The wool blanket really can help keep you warm. And then over the wool blanket, I always carry a tarp. Now Jesse carries a tarp too. I think the tarp is very important because if you're walking and it starts raining, you know that your blanket sleeping bag is dry. Plain and simple. I mean, you can use a tarp for anything. We use one tarp for under our tent. You can use it for like privacy bathroom if there's other people in the group with you. There's so many uses for a tarp. And so me and Jesse both, we each do the same thing. We take our sleeping bag, wrap it in a wool blanket. A lot of times we'll have a little mini pillow, like a travel pillow in there, and then we wrap it with the tarp and tie it to our bag. So I forgot to add that part, but it's very important. So I hope that helps, but definitely bring a tarp because we've used it every time we went out in some way or another.